Well, I just finished harrowing my soybean field, and as you guys can tell, it's still really dry. They're calling for rain tonight. How much or if we'll get some is kind of up for debate, but Travis finished planting beans, so I got one more field to do, and it's 50 acres, and then I'll be done harrowing, and we'll be done planting beans, and we can move on to corn. We made it. It's Tuesday at 10:15 p.m., and we got all of the beans in before the rain started that they were originally forecasting. Right now, they're only really calling for like an hour or two of storms overnight. Travis said there's a chance of hail, which is why I parked the 82 inside as far as I could. The VT will be fine. It's hanging outside, but as long as the tractors are inside, that's what matters. But while I was harrowing the last field there, Travis was working on the planter. I don't know if he got everything done. I haven't even looked at the planter, but he started getting it ready for corn. He started switching the cups over. So we're gonna be planting corn very soon, and I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on how that goes. It's a good feeling to at least have the beans in. We just went through and got them all done in one shot, and now we can just focus on the corn. Hopefully I didn't leave the lights on the tractor, because they're supposed to shut off after 30 seconds. I don't know whether I flipped the switch or not. Nope. That's much better. Can't help but feel like I'm forgetting something. Come on, Nugget. There was just a drive-by shooting. Someone just drove by, pulled over on the side of the road, took a couple pictures, waved, and kept driving. Sorry, Calvin. Hey everybody, it's Ryan. Welcome back to How Farms Work. So I have the Earthmaster 3000 VT behind the 8235R, and I'm taking over for Dad today. So Dad has done pretty much all of the VTing for us. In the meantime, I've been hauling corn, I've been brush mowing at night, and I've been following up harrowing when we've been doing beans. So now that Dad has to work over the weekend, I am going to take over and try to do as much as I can. Travis is currently picking rocks on the farm behind us, which technically this is all just one farm. But you guys may be able to tell that there's a lot of dirt here. So there's a pile of trees and debris over there. Our neighbors had the bulldozer out here bulldozing their fence lines, and they asked us if they wanted to bulldoze the fence line between us. And we said, yeah, go ahead, considering this one was actually pretty bad. So you can see that the field used to be like over there. Well, all of this space over to that marker right there was wasted space. So we got a good, 40, 50 feet back here. And I'm gonna spread out the VT. I'm gonna start doing this. I'm gonna head to straight back at the farm behind me. That's what we call it. It's the field straight back. And I'm gonna be VTing that, prepping it for tomorrow. We're actually having a special video tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that one. And in the meantime, I'm gonna try to get as much done as I can. So let's go ahead and spread the VT out and get started. Right now I'm hitting ground that was chiseled last fall. I'm only going to be hitting it once. The VT with the rolling basket on the back does a really good job at prepping the seed bed. So this is all going to be going back into corn again. Now that's going to be the granddaddy of bonfires. taller than the tractor. That field across the road over at Walker's was quick and easy, but straight back's gonna take a little bit longer. We still really need rain. It's just a giant dust cloud behind me. There are those two sinkholes that we filled. Let's hope we don't sink into them. Someone asked in the filling sinkholes video why we filled them with rocks, if they'll just come right back up to the surface. Well, we put the rocks in the bottom of the sinkholes and then we topped it off with dirt. Anything below the frost line, in theory, should not make its way back up to the top. So that's why we put dirt on top, so that we could farm over it, and hopefully it's below the frost line, so that there's no frost heaving. Well, I see 2 rocks that need to be picked up. 3. Just drove over the sinkhole. Now this is the chiseled ground that was done last fall, and as you can see, it's pretty rough, especially driving across it with the tractor. The rock harvest is coming along pretty good. Now this is what we're going to be seeding into. I think that the VT makes a pretty good seed bed. It's meant more for doing vertical tillage in the fall, just hitting it once and then going through and seeding in the spring, which is a lot of what I tend to do. However, it does pretty good after chiseled ground at leveling things out, especially with the rolling baskets on the back. It does a really good job at breaking up larger clods. You can see larger clods up front before they've gone through, and then it's a little bit more fine afterwards. So the basket just pushes into the ground and it breaks them up. It does a really good job. Now they are calling for rain in the next coming days, which is really good because we do need the rain. As I'm going along here, I'm throwing up massive amounts of dust. When I was harrowing especially, it was bad. So I am hoping that we get rain, but I'm hoping that we don't get a hard pounding rain and then it warms up and gets hot after, because then we might be dealing with crust issues, and we've had that issue very rarely in the past, where it'll form a crust on top because it pretty much bakes it on the hot days after the rain pounds the dirt together and smooths it out. And then the plants can't come up through. And what we had to do is we used a roto tiller. Basically just has a bunch of star spike wheels on it, and we drove over everything and it breaks that crust up so that the plants can emerge. So believe it or not, this rock, just 12 inches across, is a small one. We've done our best to try to pick as many rocks as we can. We try to do it every year, but you just can't get all of them. So Travis is going to be working out in the 40, and tomorrow we're going to be doing something with this. We're not actually going to be seeding it. We're doing something special with it, which I'll definitely be filming, so be sure to tune in to watch that. After I'm done with this, tonight I'm just going to pack up and head back to the farm. Tomorrow, after I'm done filming what we're doing here, and Sunday, I'm going to be heading up to both of my farms are no-till. Burton needs to be done with this, and that's roughly 70 to 80 acres of pure crop ground. And then just Travis's farm. So after this one, I only have 2 fields to hit. So Dad's done the majority of the work with this. I try to drive anywhere between 5 and 7 miles an hour. What I found and tested out is that if you drive too fast with it, the wings will start to bounce and you'll get ribboning, which is basically like humps on the ground, and it really makes it rough for driving across in the future. So I always try to stick right around 7 miles an hour, and I found that it really does a good job at smoothing everything off. So we're gonna keep rolling. Did the last pass around the outside of the field straight back at the British farm. So that leaves 2 fields that need to be VT'd yet. I just saw Travis, he was driving around on top of the hill here. He was doing corn up front. He hasn't made it back to the 40, so I kind of doubt that he's gonna head back there yet tonight, but could be wrong. Yeah, he's down there. So anyway, that's pretty much it. Be sure to tune in for our next video when we are doing something special. And yeah, I'll be sure to keep you guys on the loop as we continue to plant corn. And I'll let you guys know if we get any rain early next week. How that goes. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out all of our other videos. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, all how farms work. And with that, I'll see you next time.